I don't know who invented the roguelike genre but from it spawned many games, and one such game is Robo. You play as one of 7 robots fighting through hordes of, well, other robots. But they're evil, so destroying them is okay. This game has gambling. Have I convinced you that this is a good game yet? Also, the music in this game is amazing. Take a listen to this. The combat music is even more awesome. Being a first-person shooter, the gunplay is the most important part, and it delivers. The gameplay is responsive. It feels good to shoot stuff. Traversing the different stages with the movement feels good, especially when you unlock more gadgets. Listen to this music. There are also a lot of hidden secrets and logs that you can find throughout the game, which also act as kind of lore drops for further insight into the story of this game. And of course, the main feature of the game, the power-ups. The game offers general stat boosts that all the characters can use, as well as character-specific upgrades. And the upgrades actually feel good when you get them, since you can actually see that you've changed in some way, unlike some other games I know. This footage is from the new Endless mode of the game, which is a little bit different from the normal game mode. As you can see, there are 2 bosses. Also, the boss music is pretty good as well. Each boss fight is unique with its own arena. There are no copy-pastes, which in this day and age is a miracle. One thing I will say is there is sometimes too much going on, which makes it difficult to see everything, especially since this is a first-person shooter. But I died. What a tragedy. I am just going to go back to gambling. We gambled too hard. The robot died. One thing I would like to bring attention to is these rooms. These rooms have a big bar at the top that shows how many enemies are left. The problem with these rooms is that they have way too many enemies at one time, certainly for the early game. Because I am dodging the majority of these attacks, it is just non-stop bombardment. Now I don't have a lot of health remaining, and by no means am I good at this game, but it just feels bad to get these rooms early when your weapons aren't that good. You've only got 1 or 2 upgrades. All the characters are unique and therefore feel a lot different to play from one another. However, some are better than others, but the difference is not so vast. You can still beat the game with any of the characters even on the higher difficulties, but some of the characters will have an easier time than others. Also explain this, there are so many things happening here. The floor is covered in bombs, there is a laser flying at me, 17 different projectiles flying in my direction. Also, this is only the start of the run, because I'm only level 2. Not to mention, we got the whole gang in here. Professor Photobot, Weirdo Old Man Bot, Chef Boom, Leonardo the Robot, Surf Bro, Dr. Frankenstein, Burger Guy. Also, the Mafia is here. Another thing is, some of the guns just feel really bad to use, whilst some of them are just super strong. And that's not to say that every gun is not viable, but there are some of them that can be used in a lot more situations than others, while others are more niche and for specific builds. What are these stat modifiers? How about you just slap me instead? After countless failures, I have finally got my revenge on this stupid room, only to then die at the boss. My overall thoughts are, this game is honestly really good. Also, what I didn't mention is that it's 2-player co-op. I wish you could have more players, but that is still pretty good. One thing that is bad is RNG when it comes to skills and weapon affixes. However, you do get some reroll token for skills, and you can use the cells to reroll weapons, so it's not that bad. Also, there aren't as many bad mods on weapon like a lot of other games, therefore a lot of the time when you are rerolling, you're really just looking for the perfect roll, rather than a better roll, if that makes sense. Finally, after so long, I have taken down the first boss of the run, only to die to a stupid stunt. In all honesty, this game is actually super fun, which is probably the best compliment you could give any game.